Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Marchelle. I'm so happy that you are here. I'm happy to have you. As you can tell by the title, we are going to get into some things that I wish I would have known before becoming a dental hygienist. Can I get a drum roll, please? Let's go ahead and let's get right into it. One of the first things that I have learned from my 8 years experience in dental hygiene that I wish I would have known about before, and I will say that I knew and I heard about it, but I just don't think that I knew the severity of it. I think when I heard about it also, that was in school. It wasn't technically something that I heard about before I started school. So that is body pain. The body pain that comes with being in dental, I think in general, but especially dental hygiene, in my opinion, is severe. Like, it's not a joke, y'all. And for me personally, and I don't know if there's any other hygienists out there that can attest, mine just kind of come and go pains. It's not always, but like there can be like a week or two where the pain is constant. So because we're literally like bent over into people's mouths all day long, you get a lot of back pains, a lot of neck pains. So I know a lot of people experience like wrist pain, hand pain. I can't say that my wrist hurts or like aches, but I think that when I flex it, I can tell that it's stiff. They say like as a dental hygienist, you're like guaranteed to need to see the chiropractor, to maybe even get some joints replaced, like hip replacements, back surgeries, things like that, which in the name of Jesus, we rebuke, because I don't want any of that. Y'all have never been to a chiropractor. I mentioned this in a previous video that I've never been to a chiropractor, and I really don't want to, because I definitely feel like once I start going, I'm gonna be like having to always go. And that is not something that I personally want to do. The second thing that I wish I would have known before starting dental hygiene was the struggle for health benefits. I feel like in dental, the health benefits are not as great. I mean, that I have come across. I have not worked everywhere. I have had a few dental hygiene jobs, and just from hearing from other people too, the benefits are not that great. So a lot of hygienists work, you know, part-time, or a lot of people are traveling now, doing more per diem type of things, or working, you know, 3 days out of the week, whatever, so be it. We know that everything in life is so expensive right now. Health benefits are outrageous, which is so ridiculous. I don't even want to get into it. But obviously that's a necessity, and paying for something like that out of pocket, I had looked into doing that one time when I was working. I was working full-time, but my office didn't even offer benefits, which is ridiculous. So I was looking into getting my own benefits, and I think it was coming up to like $500, $600 a month for health, for out of pocket, for basically me to get my own like insurance off the market. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. So I was like applying to different healthcare options, like, you know, aid and stuff, and of course they're like, no, you make too much money, like we can't help you. So that was crazy. I think I went that whole year with no insurance. So I had to like get a job that I'm like, no, I need insurance. Like I can't, like that's why I went to a company where it was like, no, like we give benefits, because that's so important. I need my health benefits and I need my 401k, and there's so many places that don't offer it. Even my current job now, they have 401k, but they don't even match. So I feel like in dental, we have this issue where we don't get good benefits. We don't get, you know, the 401k. We don't get the pensions. We don't get, you know, all of the health benefits and life benefits that a lot of big companies have to offer. If you're working in IT, if you're working in, you know, just these big corporate offices, these big corporate jobs, whatever it may be, even nursing and things like that, because my sister's a nurse and she has a lot better benefits than us. So that's one thing that I wish I would have known and taken seriously when I was going into dental hygiene. Now guys, this is not to discourage anyone from dental hygiene. I love my career, and if you plan on being married, hopefully your partner has, you know, health benefits, and you know, we make good money, so it's like you can find your own health insurance and pay for it out of pocket. I just like, I don't want to pay that much. But also, I'm not too much of a researcher, y'all. I be giving up on stuff, I'm not even gonna lie. So don't look at me to like be like, oh, like the health benefits are this amount of money out of pocket. Y'all, maybe you can find something way cheaper, so you have to do your own research. This is just my experience and what I went through, but I'm not Google in any way. So again, I don't want to discourage anyone. These are just like, this is just me being completely honest. Things that I wish I would have known before getting into the field. Even though I say things that I wish I would have known, y'all, I promise you, I can't see myself in any other field. Like, I love dental hygiene. Like, we are able to, you know, have flexibility, just work 3-4 days out the week if we want to. We have the ability to travel if we want to and make more money. We have temping to make more money. So it's a great field. It's pretty simple. I would say, like, it can be crazy, but if you find the right office, it can be a pretty easy, go with the flow job, something that you do and you can go home and not have to take so much baggage with you and not have to be like looking at emails all day and blah, 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 blah. But every office is different, okay? Thing that we're gonna talk about is just finding the perfect office. I wish I knew how hard it was going to be to find the perfect office. I did a story time, so go and look back at my previous video, story time about the time I got fired. I think that's the one. But anyways, go look at all my story times because I tell stories about my experiences, crazy experiences in dental. But one of my first horrifying experiences in dental was actually my first dental job, and that office was absolutely horrible and terrible. And because of that experience, while I was in it, I was thinking, I'm like, I don't even want to do this field. Like, I don't want to be in this field. This is how it's gonna be. Like, this is awful. Like, I don't want to be treated like this. Like, when I tell you, guys have to see the story time, but the dentist treated me so badly, so badly. He treated us all bad, but he really mistreated me. So I was like traumatized from that. But if I would have known, like, you know, it takes time to find the right office for you, and these things, you know, we have to figure out. So one of the main things is, like, you know, knowing your worth. Even when you're a new dental hygienist, like, you have to know your worth. You have to go in, do the working interview, and take your time looking for the right job and the right position. Don't just take any job that you get, because that's pretty much what I did. I went in for like that one interview, and there was 2 other girls from my school working there. So I was just like, okay, let me just take this. Absolutely not. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that you should do that. Obviously, you shouldn't be a follower. Now, when I graduated dental hygiene school, keep in mind, I was only like 19, 20 years old. So I was young. I was extremely young-minded. I didn't have like the best guidance or whatever when it came to schooling and picking jobs, whatever. I'm not talking about, like, my parents are great, but when it came to like the dental field, I didn't have a lot of guidance. I didn't have any history in the dental field. I didn't know anyone. So I just kind of was like, okay, these other two girls are working here. I went for an interview and they just hired me on the spot. I was like, okay, like, you know, we're gonna hire you. And also you have to listen to red flags, and that's in anything. That's in work, that's in relationships, that's in whatever you get into. You have to like listen to red flags. Like, you know, God will like show you, and you have to listen to those things. So, you know, number one was them like hiring me right on the spot, hiring, you know, these all three, you know, new hygienists. It's like, where's your other hygienist at? And then, you know, the process of getting in there was like a little bit shady. I'm like, you know, the communication was off. So like all these things. And instead of me looking to, you know, keep doing interviews, I kind of just was waiting. And I had just ended up starting there, and it was absolutely horrible, and I was ready to quit. And then that trauma I took to my next job, and then, you know, that, and then I was still only, that was only 6 months in. Like I worked at that first office for 3 months. I worked at the second office for 3 months, and then I found my full-time job, which thank God changed my life as a dental hygienist. Like, it helped me so much, and I learned so much from my first full-time job, because the first two jobs that I had were part-time. And so I had all this like trauma that I was bringing from this office to this office to this office. So I just say, you know, if I would have known, like, it takes time, like, know your worth, do working interviews. I can't stress that more. Like, go in, like, even if they don't offer you it, which they should be, right? Like, that's also how you know. It's like, how's the interview process? You're just hiring everyone? Okay, cool. Also, why are you so desperate? Why are people quitting? Why are you hiring 3 people at one time? Like, what happened to your last hygienist? Because at that first office, the reason why they needed all those people is because, you know, people were quitting left and right because the office is horrible. After, you know, going through that and going to that full-time job, my perspective was able to change. But do I wish that I would have? I mean, I have no regrets at all. I can't regret things, because even though those things were traumatic for me in that first office, it still helped me to become the person that I am today. Because when you go through hard times, they shape you and they grow you. So I don't regret anything, but I am going to spread the word to other people who are going into the field to not make the same mistakes that I did, because it might just help you along. So make sure you're going into that working interview. If they don't, you know, offer you a working interview, like, tell them I want to come in. If they say no, they don't do work interviews, that's fine. Let me come in and let me just shadow for a few hours. If they say no to that, that's probably not the office for you, because why wouldn't you want me to come in and shadow? Like, what's going on here? What type of shady stuff y'all got going on? All right, now with all that being said, the next thing I want to get into is full-time versus part-time. So I feel like with dental hygiene, working full-time may just not be ideal. A lot of offices are only open like 4 days a week. So my office actually is open 5 days a week. So we over here overworking, okay? It's like the first time that I'm pretty much doing like 40 hours a week. And I can say that because I'm like, before I used to work like 33 hours a week, but I was still considered full-time. And I just don't know if full-time 40 hours a week in dental hygiene is ideal, because of what we said. We talked about body aches. Like, the fact that, you know, you're like in this position, you know, I don't think that our bodies should be going through that 40 hours out of the week. Dental hygiene also is repetitive, you know, like you're doing a lot of cleanings, you're cleaning, you're seeing the next patient, you're cleaning your room, you're cleaning your patient's teeth, next you're cleaning the patient's teeth, cleaning the room, next, you know, and it's just, it gets repetitive. So I don't really know if it's the most ideal field to even work full-time. But it's like, you know, are single, if you're paying your bills, if you're, you know, independent woman like me, You know what I'm saying? We out here single, paying our own bills, making our own lives, helping our families out. You know what I mean? Doing the thing. We gotta work full time. But do I wish that I didn't have to? Absolutely. I absolutely do, just because it is a lot. And dental hygiene, I say that it's a pretty easygoing field, but it depends on what office you work in, because some offices will work you. They're like, you're getting paid X amount of dollars per hour, like we're gonna work you. You're gonna be double booked. You're gonna be, you know, working through your lunch breaks, all the things. So sometimes we really getting worked out here. So like, that's why I kind of say working full time may not be it. So that's a difficult subject, because it's different from when people are working desk jobs. They're working from home. It's not as physical. You don't have to, it can be like mentally draining too, because it's like you're literally having to talk to people, entertain people. You know, you're dealing with difficult people, because people don't love coming to the dental office. Actually, it's like one of the main things that people will say that they can't stand. Like, people are like, I'd rather go to the gyno instead of go to the dental office. You know, we're frequently, you know, a lot of people have dental fear, dental anxiety. So with all that being said, it can be a draining job. It can be physically damaging to your body, and doing it 40 hours a week is a lot. Some people could do it. It's, you know, it depends on your office. If you have a good office where you get a lot of help, you have maybe a hygiene assistant, maybe they don't work you as hard, you get longer times for your appointments. But not every office is like that. Some of them are working us, okay? The next thing that I'm gonna talk about is, with that last thing being said, like how I said it could be mentally draining because you're having to deal with people, there's a lot of dental fear, etc. Just in this field, I think in the healthcare field, in order to be considered professional, we almost have to people please. As a dental hygienist, I feel myself having to people please even greater, because of people not understanding that dental is health. Whatever occurs in your mouth, and I'll probably say this in every video, whatever occurs in your mouth, whatever infection, disease, bacteria, when you swallow that flows through your body, it can affect your health. Right? Like, we know dental is commonly linked to heart conditions, diabetes, and kidney issues, you know, all these different things. So a lot of people aren't educated in that sense. A lot of people, it just doesn't connect. It doesn't connect. They're like, my teeth are my teeth. My health is my health. It's completely different. A lot of people don't value their dental care. A lot of people don't care about their teeth. A lot of people think, you know, oh, if my teeth just fall out, they fall out, I get dentures, because that's what they've seen be done. Because people don't value dental as much, and people think that coming in for dental cleaning is like going to go get their nails done. Where it's like, they think that they can tell you how to do your job, and they can tell you, oh no, that hurts. Or they could tell you, why am I bleeding? You know what I mean? And it's just like, this is a healthcare facility, and I'm not just offering you like a service. Like, I'm not just doing your lashes. Like, if something hurts, there's something going on there. So we need to make sure that we tackle this and we do the correct things to get this under health. And so with that, there's a lot of people pleasing, because I have to explain to people this. And then I also have to be kind with people, because I'm professional. I want to be considered professional, and I don't want to be cussing nobody out. But sometimes I be wanting to cuss somebody out. Thank God I don't cuss. No, I'm trying not to cuss. I don't want to say I don't cuss no more, but I'm trying not to cuss. But yeah, it can be, it gets crazy. So not only that, but you have to people please. Like, you have to like be pleasing to the doctors and all this stuff. And yeah, so yes guys, that is my top takeaways right now that I can think about from being a dental hygienist. That's just what I can think about. I'm sure that there's other things, but those are the things that I wanted to discuss in this video. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know your experiences. Let me know some of your takeaways, like if you're already in hygiene. Let me know some of the things that you have experienced and some top things that you wish you would have known before coming into the dental field. Maybe you're a dental assistant, maybe you're a dental hygienist. We're not trying to bash the patients, but we all know we got to deal with difficult people, because people are difficult in general. We all are. I can be difficult in ways, but it's difficult when people commonly don't like dental. So comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Follow me on TikTok, y'all. I have been making really funny TikToks. I think it's hilarious. I post them on my YouTube shorts as well. But make sure that you follow my TikTok at Living Like Mar. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's Marchelle Elise. And yes guys, I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope that this video was informational. And yes, I appreciate you guys for watching. Love you, and I'll see y'all later in the next video. Bye.